Yeah, it's even slower, but Astralis are the most complete Counter-Strike team. I think it's fair to say. They're the most complete Counter-Strike team. What do you do against Astralis? Well, this round, you know, we can't really consider all that much. Oh, hello, Nuke. Able to find a couple kills here. That's kind of unexpected with the Glock. He's got 10 HP. So actually, astronomical damage has been done in this round somehow. That's very surprising. And oh my God, Luke.
Did he headshot him again? He must have.
Oh man,
if they lose to a Glock.
There's no way, James. He's got 10 HP.
There is a way, man. But
There's no way.
Here.
Now they respond. The push comes down through, well, behind T-Red perhaps. Or maybe not. Glaive here over the smoke. This is just very, very annoying to deal with. They've lost a player. They know that the CTs know exactly what they're doing. And Device popping J&T straight away on the main roof. And things are, it's just so difficult, it seems, in this round for Sharks to get any ground. There's 40 seconds to go. And they're still stuck. They're just stuck here by the T-Red container. What can they possibly do? Astralis don't have to do anything because time is on their side as well.
35 seconds. One man for every 10 seconds on the clock for Sharks. Again, it's about those dry peaks and finally get an opening, but they won't make their way in towards many, it seems, as Leo Drunky's taken out outside. Dupree patiently waits. Nobody in heaven just yet. There's still a chance for this. Oh my God, it's a 2 versus 2. They've got a chance to plant the bomb. We've got a Molotov going up towards the heaven position. How on earth if they turn this around? It was looking so unlikely. Glaive just with the footsteps will take Lucan out, which leaves Exit alone.
Really knows his angles, doesn't he, Glaive? But yes, Exit, he has a good opportunity to make this one work. Krieg, oh, Glaive, he's got such a forward position. The off angle, unexpected. And that's a nice clutch from skin position. Dupree as well by the Huts. It's not looking like Sharks are going to be able to have a good opening because Magic, how do they get up the ladder? And
they're going CT, I think, to take out the heaven position. That didn't work out. Yeah,
they just have time.
Yeah, I think. I mean, bearing in mind they have no utility. Here we go again. It's a 2 versus 2, and the bomb is going to get planted after all.
Nice.
And now it is just Zipex. So we'll talk about the position later on. The bomb is planted, and Zipex goes up. Does he have a flashbang for this position? Not easy to do this, and indeed, Sharks will do it.
The bombs. If the Drunky gets taken out here, that would be problematic. Looks like he'll be okay though. Uses a cover of smoke.
Ooh, some big damage through the smoke.
Doesn't seem like there's much left for Astralis to do here. They don't have a kit. They've got a couple of Kevlars. They might want to hang on to those. Find a gun, perhaps, on the floor. That would be nice. Bring an AK into the following round.
War of attrition paying off for Sharks. Again, in the best of one, the way they've ground out these rounds to get into this position, you know, as long as you win, it's all good. So perhaps there is some danger on the horizon for Astralis. Device and Glaive with double scouts. We haven't seen AWPs just yet for either side. Just begging for that E button to work, and he does manage to escape. Exit. Nice blue knife. Got plenty of the Brazilian teams with...
The Sharks actually have really fashioned a good start in this first half. T rounds can be hard to come by, and against the likes of Astralis, no less. And, you know, a lot of it is, you know, that individual skill. I think we know from Luke and from Leo Drunker, we saw to get those 2 rounds in which, you know, they were looking they were looking like they had a pretty big disadvantage. It was respectively Leo Drunky in one of the rounds and Lucan in another one of those rounds to just have this clutch individual performance to turn it around with a flurry of kills. So CT side in terms of aggression. But speaking of aggression, out onto the upper bomb site straight away. Not wasting any time here, Sharks.
Yeah, there's still a few more to get through the choke points. Magic has done great work and kept it competitive. Device on the top. Only for a few seconds though. Another 2 versus 2 for Sharks where they're in the A bomb site. But this time they start to move towards B, it seems. So J&T is going to stay on the high ground. The bomb needs to be collected. So what is the play here? Exit inside the vent. And the bomb will be planted on A. Looks like a rotation to me, but this is a situation. Now, where are the CTs? They may ask. Exit has a Molotov. If he throws it, it would concede his position, so he has to be careful about that. Moving towards a squeaky position, maybe worrying about a flank. Sees nobody in the lobby just yet. Can rotate to join J&T once again.
The timing is pretty perfect for Astralis as well, because that does allow them to get out of the vent without being harassed, and perhaps into a position where they can work together now. Glaive on 13 HP, a single flashbang, and just pushing, just running up, and JT did not expect that at all. Exodus swinging around from the back from Squeaky, looking to try to use this position. They don't know where he is. There's the challenge. Zipex with the health, but not with the kit. And, oh, actually, no, he had a kit, but he was not in position in time. And that's going to be another round for Shark.
Big green gun. Wildfire on this occasion. JT's been sprayed to his demise by
these smokes. They can burst through those. You can see Glaive is extremely wary of this. Throwing a few bullets through. They will avoid that, but they don't spot Device. Great angle. Not enough time to reload. Nice punish from Mayon, just in the nick of time to take down Device, prevent him from getting two. But Dupree on the hard roof is doing damage. Finds himself a double Zipex, cleaning up towards.
Okay, we've got a three. We've got a Mickey Mouse on the outside. Glaive with plenty of spray. Got to be careful. Sees trajectory, sees grenades. Oh, that would have been a nice pop flash, but he will just creep straight into the crosshair of Device. That's a rough situation for Leo Drunky, and there's a fast reaction from Sharks towards the ramp, but that will fail as well. 3 versus 5, 40 seconds on the clock. They start to move towards ramp yet more. The CTs have fallen back, but Sharks might not know that, or perhaps there's somebody with an off angle towards the ramp. They just don't know. They reached the 30-second mark. Glaive has rotated. I think he was... I don't know where he was earlier, but he's been low pretty much the whole round. Very unorthodox T side of Nuke. Don't normally see this kind of thing going on. Device spots one. 13 seconds now. What do they choose to do? Flying up the ladder. That won't work. Like he's been playing KZ or something. That leaves Exit and J&T to stare at the walls at this point.
Really...
So maybe that smoke goes towards Mini. The molly could go towards CT vent, but Leo Drunky's just lost that smoke grenade as he's taken out by Device.
40 seconds, there's ample time to go still, but it looks very expectant from Astralis that Sharks will be bursting through into the upper bomb side from Squeaky and Hud. So very difficult for Sharks, you know, it's very limited in terms of utility, but here they go, starting to push forwards, and look how favorable this angle is for Magis. He's so ready. There's a deeper peek from Magis. He's looking to wipe them all out. Spots the last 2 players. That's key information for the rest of...
Here we go
again.
again.
Oh, God. For the rest of Astralis. Okay, this... Oh, my God. He's absolutely dead, isn't he? Device gets fully wrecked.
How is this possible?
Again, it's happening. I don't know, James.
Down to the 1 versus 1, and they've won the round.
And there's a quick burst on the hard position, changing the pace up dramatically, and it might just wipe out the economy of Astralis here. They've lost the upper bomb site, they're smoked off, they can't do anything, and I don't think that they have any money here, so yeah, they likely have to go. Indeed, they're broke. They need to save all these guns.
The crazy thing for me is, I wonder what this does to the patience of Astralis, because nothing happens. You got to hold and stare at the angles for ages in the round. And then, you know, one person goes a bit too far and you pick them off, another person goes a bit too far, or, you know, crab walking by the vents and you pick them off. And then you lose the round and you've got next to no money. That's got to be irritating.
Yeah, that's really weird, isn't it? It's a very odd way to, it's from a narrative, like telling the story from a narrative point of view. It's very weird because it's just like, yeah, Astralis, they're earning it. It's like 10 seconds left. Oh, they've lost the round now. So it's just
waiting for the guys watching the flank to rotate as well, and that's the bomb carrier. So they've got to be careful. Device has a chance for a second one, not baited by the jump peak, and Sharks are getting devastated for the time being. But as we know, we can't count them out, especially if Lucan is alive.
Yeah, and Devices, he's locked off the lower bomb sites, so look at that. Astralis know exactly where most of the players are that are remaining for Sharks, although one is definitely unaccounted for. I think Device only saw one towards the lower position. So Glaive, look at that game sense there. Arriving to Hut at the perfect timing. Device gets the tag and is finished off by Zipex, but he does get taken out. Exit. See, hasn't had too much action so far in this half. But I don't want to count them out considering what we've seen so far from Sharks. It seems to be the case that it can really turn at the drop of a penny. So here goes Exit Magis with the UMP, so Advantage on the weaponry for exit, but he can't get the kill. So Magic will pick that one up and upgrade.
The ramp. Mayen's going to be the target with only a pistol, just bouncing through. But he's carrying the bomb as well. And here is Lucan to start getting the frags.
Yeah, the trade comes out just as quickly though, so it doesn't seem like they have really converted much map control out of it just yet. Zipex has fallen back, so they do have ramp available to them. Zipex just playing it safe. Steady pair of hands, looking to make sure that he gets information if they do go down or if they cross from that position, and he hasn't seen anything yet. So Astralis have to be worried about stuff like this. Device gets caught off, and all of a sudden it's looking pretty bad for Astralis, but there is still players in position to do damage here.
26 seconds on the clock. And Shark starts to creep. I think a footstep was heard in the lobby. Small alarm for Astralis. Dupree went with his duel, however. Madness going for the transfer. Won't work. JNT to do the job, which leaves Zipex alone with the M4A4. 1 versus 3 situation for him. He does not have a diffuse kit. There might be one on the site. Will he pursue this, though? He'll get caught from the side, but Zipex a clutch minister now, down to 6 HP. Surely he doesn't press on. He's got more money than the rest of his teammates. Waiting for an overextension, which will never come. Sharks will be patient, and Sharks will take the lead once again.
Yeah, this is actually looking really bad for Astralis. They are looking like they're going to be opened up to an upset possibility here. You know, we all said that we would expect Astralis to have a very decisive and strong game of Nuke. Obviously, when they're at their peak before they kind of...
Sharks not really creeping too secret just yet. We've got one by T-Red, and there's JNT finally emerging to trade device immediately.
Yeah, the timing there worked out really nicely, didn't it? 4v4 as well, and Astralis losing their biggest gun. All the firepower in the AWP is definitely not going to be nice, but maybe Glaive and Zipex can make it better. Good setup coming in here, Zipex, though. He doesn't have a teammate to play off of. The Molotov denied Glaive, so that's beautiful work coming in from Sharks. However, looks like Glaive will burn down exits. That actually does make things favorable here in terms of the numbers, and the bomb needs to get planted. There's 20 seconds or less time to get the bomb on a bomb site and planted, and they have to go to the upper bomb site. There's no other call here, and Magisk is waiting with the M4, drops the bomber. 8 seconds to go for the plant. Can JNT make it in time? Oh, he might just be able to. Yes, he'll just have enough time.
But he won't get the gun out in time. Oh, he won't plant the bomb, actually. Magisk gets there in just enough time. Rare people who uses this weapon. But in round 15, I think not. Zipex, they're lining up for him towards that ramp. He's got a HE, he's got the bomb, he's got a smoke grenade for the choke points as well. He has pretty much everything he wants, and that's not a greatest of starts here for Sharks.
Yeah, with the bomb being where it is kind of feeling like it's over in this situation for Sharks in this round, but we'll have to see. One thing that I think that's cool is that Astralis, they're just holding their positions. They're not kind of trying to run over to rotate because the bomb is dropped. Because if you do go for the rotation, then you're opening yourselves up to any lurkers that may be, waiting for such a maneuver. So, Zipex is a strong position. He can do it by himself for now.
Dupree falling off of the MP9. Little jiggle to spot some of the information. Sees 2 on a def cam now. And Magisk has the position. They could go down towards B, however. Glaive spraying from the outside, and that leaves Exit. He's done great work, Glaive. Exit with 17 HP, with 1 minute on the clock, without the bomb, with a Galil, with no skin on it, versus 4 Astralis players from the best team in the world. Not an easy one, and there it is. Glaive will try to plant in the smoke. Leo's going fishing, and he's done a great job. Now that smoke has some time left on it, but the position is going to waste that time. Leo Drunky's still alive, and he might just win from this position. Got some help from his teammates as well. Mayen coming in to pop Dupree. Zipex still on the high ground, unable to really help his teammate Device. I don't think his steps have been heard just yet. Looking at the X-ray, Leo Drunky has no idea. Up he goes, and that sort of Device's opportunity is gone unless Leo peeks him, but Leo's debates now. Device can't really commit to that. Zipex doesn't have the range with the Glock. So it looks like Sharks are about to tie the score once again. 1 versus 4 for Device. But look at the angles. They want to force him to the point of no return, so he faces at least 2 players at once.
Well, at least he has a Glock, so he's got basically unlimited bullets. So, trying to find that opening kill, and he will not be successful. Very well played by Sharks. You can see every precaution is being taken by Sharks. Although JNT will take a dink, I think, down to 31. But Mayen, we will know what he can do with a scope rifle outside. Luke is protected. That's lovely. Well done,
moving in towards the A bomb site with numbers, and beyond that, actually, they're pushing the lobby, I think. But it doesn't look like it's going to work out their way. Magisk ready for it, just defaulting Astralis, and they just gifted 2 headshots for Magisk in the lobby position, with the CTs pushing the hearts.
Magisk 21 for 11 right now. He's having a good game of Nuke so far.
See Lucan on the ramp. You can spray through the corner of this box, but most CTs choose to use that time to fall back instead. Has a little shot onto Magisk, and again, this is the off angle we were talking about in the first half, but J&T will not be able to do anything with that. Maybe some nerves there, missing the first shot, unable to fall back as well. That's a great start for Astralis, 5 versus 4, and they have possession of ramp.
Yeah, there's a lot of time to try to work this. They don't really have anybody outside though, so they're pretty much all in this position. So you can see they really want to try to spread out, see if they can have multiple avenues of attack, maybe catch someone out who is repositioning, something like that. You don't all just want to run into one position. You've got time to work with, so let's see what positioning you can get. And you can see that they are going to be able to get clearance of the heaven position by just boosting themselves up and go up the ladder at the same time. So really making it safe here, Astralis. And this, if they find a timing on the site with a flashbang, this will cause huge issues here for Sharks.
Exit with a very, very awkward angle. They haven't spotted him just yet. He's playing off of his teammates, and that's a great help from Lucan for the 3rd kill. Astralis with all the numbers in the high ground, and now it's a late attempt from the last 2 to plant a bomb, and Exit's just going to buy some time, 3 HP. As long as he's alive, then they can't win a round. Oh my god, or can they? Zipex down 1 versus 1. Exit dancing left and right, and he just runs.
This is it's getting uncomfortable for the Danes. It's a good opening from Leo Drunky, able to take one down outside. Mayan has some lethal aim on him as well, some great mechanics.
Glaive's shadow should be on the floor here.
Yeah.
So there's nothing untoward, there's no surprise.
Yeah, and he'll know that too.
He'll have to come off of a sound cube as well, so that's a lot of information to save Sharks from making a mistake around that position. We see Astralis looking to cause some shenanigans on the ramp. Lucan's good for 2. He's been really good this map so far. Finds himself
Mayan with a Krieg. It's a scary prospect. Oh, and that's a free one. I think the legs were spotted indeed. There's a small little gap.
Oh,
no!
boy.
You can't be walking past that gap without getting punished.
Did we see him get an ace around that situation, around that area once?
He was at heaven and he just tapped down 5. Just ran across and just, yeah.
Yeah, very familiar territory for Mayan. And he will have some more targets going his way. Astralis hiding by T-Red. At this juncture, they don't have any utility left. So it's just about a dry peeking. Mayan won't fight, so therefore choose to fight on his terms. But they've made their way past the choke point, Astralis, and they'll head towards the B-bomb site.
They have 0 grenades, though. They have 0 utility. They have to fight their way into position. There's no smoke to get a bomb plant, so they have to get kills to get the bomb planted. Otherwise, there's just no way to plant it. Quick flick miss by JNT as Astralis start to try to work on getting that plant secured. They have to get these kills, as I mentioned, though. Zipex makes his way across, and he actually is able to get that plant behind cover. And here comes the CTs, all from the ramp position. Magisk actually making a good go of this. The CTs are separated right now.
There's one in control though, so we'll see what they're able to do. That's Mayan coming through the double doors. He hasn't seen one on the ramp, but that'll be taken care of by J&T, which leaves Device now with a lot to do. Pulls out his knife, can't pull out his gun again, and it's round number 12 for Sharks. Are you getting worried yet?
Yeah, James, Astralis, I think they're going to lose this game. I think they're going to lose this game against Sharks, and that would be amazing. That would be so...
The B-bomb site. Now the question is about post-plant positions. Dupree's gone very forward, and he's going to pick up a rifle, or maybe not. He's going to fall back, try to take it the safer way. J&T misses a flick, and the T's are advancing. It goes too deep. Mayan could go down here as well. I don't think he realizes there's an off angle with another T, so the retake could be a problem. And with the AWP, this might be a rough situation for Sharks. He's going to head towards the vent, so at least that is something. But there's a rifle to be collected on the ramp. Dupree has a Krieg and Kevlar. This by no means is going to be an easy retake for Sharks here. We've got Exit moving in first. Leo Drunky to try and trade. That bomb continues to tick. Only Mayan has a defuse kit. There are no smokes either, and it seems like they will fall back. This was an eco round for Astrali. They had a bunch of pistols, a race car play into the B-bomb site, and they've won the round and kept things close.
Yeah, that's really good. Drunky's playing the CT vent, so Leo Drunky's pretty exposed. There's actually 2 players down on the by the silo. J&T with that AWP. Vertical shots, not the easiest in the world. Glaive doing damage from above, but he's got to take down J&T. 14 seconds to go. The time pressure is real. Trying to bait out a shot, and J&T will be overwhelmed. Teleporting around the map. but there's already so much position here for Astralis.
They've had problems with J&T before in rounds such as this, but they won't on this occasion. That's the big frag, the AWP taken away. And maybe the pace will change immediately. Glaive got to be careful because that Molotov from his teammate might hit him. Lucan is eliminated as well. Astralis may look to make sure the AWP doesn't go back into the hands of Sharks. Some short-term problems of Mayan picking off Zipex and leaving the bomb taken up, but there's so much time on the clock. That's not the biggest worry. Dupree collects a bomb, but he's got 12 HP. Creeping out of the squeaky position with the bomb.
To stay in position, and it looks like that may pay off here because there goes Dupree, he drops down, can't find the follow-up, but Exodus certainly can. The smoke coming in at a timely moment as well. So 4 versus 2. Sharks needed an advantage like this, but maybe it could still be taken away. And Magisk, trying to get down there. The bomb's dropped, he's going to get the bomb.
Oh, this is absolute carnage. 1 versus 4 now for Magisk. He could do a hell of a lot of damage if he can get into position. He saw one on the ramp, I think. Let's create some space behind himself. Oh, that's cost him a lot just to make it a 1 versus 3. 7 HP. Still doable. Worst case scenario ticked off. The bomb's been planted. We've got one Sharks player moving towards the control room. That's Mayan. Magisk has got to take a forward position and try to do some damage. He'll hear the footsteps. Mayan baiting now. What does this read, Magisk? There's a 1 versus 1. Now there's only 2 more remaining. Awkward stuff as they move in. J&T with the USP. Fans were right. Huge percentages. I've never seen percentages like that versus Astralis from a user vote. That's actually hilarious. Glaive now creeping around the smoke to hear the footsteps of Mayan. Maybe he does, but Lucan from out of nowhere with a very crucial opening kill. Device down to 1 HP. He could be killed by a flashbang at this point.
He certainly could be. And Leo Drunky, he's got that FAMAS on the lower bomb site. This will be very hard, but he's got some support in XR. And there's a nice pick off. That's a good trade. And Device is on 1 HP, so this is looking very grim here for Astralis. Just edging with its way forwards, but Exit with that creek, that scope, able to out-battle Zipex, leaving 2 players left. Dupree in a good position, but the bomb's not down just yet. He loses his duel and now leaves Device. 1 HP against 3 players. It's going to have to be a 4K on 1 HP, James, for a Device to win this.
Exit had 1 HP as well, so that was an easy frag for him. He says nothing was easy. Look at the double peek from Sharks, so close to Mini. A lot of spam from J&T. How on earth is Glaive in this position?
He heard the drop down at Squeaky, and I guess he assumed that that was the Mini player.
Yeah, this is really unusual. How Astralis has managed to just walk into the A bomb site? Like, what?
Altogether. I don't know if that was the key bit of information that gave Glaive enough to think, okay, I'm just going to try to walk out here because I get a 1. He probably thinks he's going for getting a 1v1 at least with teammates
inside the bomb sites. It seems quite brittle. There's so much unknown now. It's just complete guesswork for Sharks. They have no idea if anybody's around the B bomb site. This does not look good for them, I think.
Yeah, this is really bad. They don't, as you say, like they would need someone in control room earlier here. Lucan's the most forward player. He can get kills though. That changes everything. He's done critical damage to Dupree's picked off 1. Oh my god, he's going to get 3. Lucan is an absolute god, and it's just Device and Zipex left to save this. How has it come to this?
Man like Lucan, his first peak was the bomb carrier as well, so we spoke about information. You don't need much more information than that. 35 seconds on the clock in this 2 versus 4. What do Astralis choose to do? The bomb collected by Device, but surely they are signing their own death warrants if they try to plant the bomb on B. All the Sharks players by the ramp. Device goes for the plant for Decon. Zipex is standing in the middle of the ramp playing a weird off angle. Gambling. This is actually the perfect play in some ways because they're all coming from the ramp position. Device has got a Krieg as well. J&T still alive. They're lining up as well. This could be a complete massacre. No kills yet as Sharks start to move in. Zipex still waiting. Off angles being held. 2 versus 2 now. Astralis just might do this. They're still stuck behind the choke points. J&T though will take out both of them really quickly.
Don't have the information that Astralis are in these positions, and that creates a problem because it means that their positions could get compromised very easily. And Device is waiting for this J&T. Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Oh no, the punish. That's a huge punish.
That's outrageous, the re-pick from JNT. I said he was aggressive, but I wasn't expecting that. But this is where Astrali has found some success when they have been able to avoid Lucan at the very least. And look at Lucan charging forward to take out dupreeh. Of course they can't avoid him. Down to a 2 versus 2. 23 seconds left to plant the bomb. It is Mayan now, the young boy, versus Zipex and Glaive. He spots both of them. He drops the bomb once again, 16 seconds. He doesn't even need to peek because all the pressure's on Zipex. Can he run down towards B bomb side? We are 30 bomb in normal time, but that chance has come and gone. But there's still a chance in overtime. Lucan will be heading towards the ramp, as you can see. Big action outside, at least in terms of grenades. Astrali will have to be very, very careful. That's a great pick, and that's a nice trade from Leo Drunky to hold position. But
got Mayan there, so it seems like they're aware of this possibility at least. But it does feel like the defense on the upper site, with losing JNT, is a bit thinned out. Oh no, it's quite the backstab.
Yeah. Indeed, Lucan thought he had the ramp. That's a lot of information for Astralis. Magic's in an anti-eco position, dealing with a lobby push, and this is not the round for Sharks for sure. Astralis may be able to stabilize now. Can they bring a dramatically different game the way of Sharks in this overtime? Magic's continuing to drill. Then you can the Apple Krieg. It would have been nice to hold on to.
And here comes a very fast play, straight through the door. Mayan there is very safe from the mini position, and he's been smoked off exit. Hasn't been though, he's doing massive damage. Great couple kills from him. Leo Drunky also picks off one. And now it's going to be a drop down to the lower bomb site. dupreeh with the plant, and it's going to be up to Mayan and Lucan to get the rotation. But this repositioning from Astralis really is a masterstroke, because they are, look how badly out of position they are.
I was still wondering if it was a bomb site, it seems. A Houdini act from Astralis, and they have some nice positions now. They'll have some sound cues towards the ramp, and they've got some great positions as well. dupreeh probably identified that both players are here. Glaive staying close to his teammate in case he needs to swing, avoids the flashbangs. dupreeh with a laboured spray, but they'll get both of them. That's 2 for 2, and the Sharks should be broke.
Oh, it's going to be a fast play again with the nades at least. Looking for those opening picks. Mayan burning alive. Oh, it's not a good start here for Sharks. They're looking like they may get 3-0'd in this first half. Great push coming in from Astralis. They are wiping out the defense. Sharks have nothing left. Just Lucan, and he's out of position. So I don't know that there is too much for him to be able to do here.
Yep. 1 versus 5 with only a deagle, no defuse kit. It kind of sucks. Lucan's done a great job so far in this game, but I think that this is way too much to ask. He's got to go for it though, because it's the last round of the half. He's taking a sweet time though, so if there is, I mean, if he does somehow manage to kill anybody, you know, he's got to hope there's a kit. He's half health.
And the T's have not won out on these exchanges. dupreeh, look at this forward position.
Here's footsteps on the roof. This is really tense. Again, Sharks can make no error, really. There's the flashbang coming through. Magic has great position. Molotov in front of the door as well. Strong spot for Astralis at the moment, but we've seen these rounds turn around, even in a 3 versus 5. 40 seconds might feel like a hell of a long time for Sharks to try and get something done here. Magic's picked off, and there goes Glaive, just as I say that. Now it's a 3 versus 3. dupreeh still on the side. Smokes up, mollies up, and even more smokes as the bomb seems to head downstairs. Exit takes one in the face, and Device is just waiting for them. How on earth has JNT gone down the ladder? Device still alive for now, but now it's a 2-on-2.
Yeah, that is crazy that there was he was not able to hit a single player there. And indeed, 2 versus 2 with the bomb now planted. Lucan covering the back. Oh, he's so favorable in this position, but that's such a great swing from dupreeh. Gets the instant ding. That pressure forces back Lucan. JNT still on the bomb side there with the Krieg, looking to try and defend. He's repositioning as well. This is getting really awkward here for Sharks, as that repositioning may have been just a beautiful stroke of genius there. Zipex now the 1v1.